Hello everyone. In today's session, we will see when we are developing any Selenium framework from scratch, what are the setup is required or what are the prerequisites required so that we will ensure that our framework becomes robust and reliable. Okay. It should also become maintainable. That means easy to update and maintain, and also scalable. Okay. So scalable is nothing but as and when we increase the number of test or test cases or the test data. Okay. So it should not, the performance should not be degrade. Okay. So now if you see, first prerequisite or setup, we require a Java. JDK we require. Okay, we can download the latest JDK from oracle.com website. And once we install the latest JDK, we can set the Java underscore home, this environment variable. Okay, and we'll make sure that whether Java is installed correctly or not using Java hyphen version command. Okay, then we also require IDE. Okay, so we can install the latest IDE Eclipse from eclipse.org. Okay, then next we also require a Maven. Okay, so once we install the Maven, we can set the Maven underscore home in environment variable, and we'll make sure that mv1 hyphen version using this command, whether Maven is installed correctly or not. Okay, basically Maven we require for the dependency purposes. Okay, then we required a WebDriver Java Selenium dependency. Okay, so using Maven repository, we can install uh, Java Selenium dependency. We can add this dependency into the pom.xml. Okay. The next WebDriver manager, we can also add WebDriver manager dependency into the pom.xml. The next we also require for execution and unit testing framework, that is the test engine. Okay, we can install the latest test engine in pom.xml. Okay, the next in our framework, if in case we are using the XLS file or XLS, okay, we require below dependency, and we'll update into the pom.xml. Okay, so apart from that one, we also required logs. So we can use the log4j2.x. Okay, and we can also find out the latest repository in Maven, and we'll add the same in pom.xml. And to control the code, okay, we will use the GitHub. Okay, and we also require a valid repository so that we can pull and push our code into the GitHub. Okay, so that it will the code is available central location. And next is for CI/CD tools. We can also install the latest Jenkins. Okay, and to start the Jenkins, okay, we can use the Java -jar jenkins.war. We can extract this war. Okay, and then Jenkins will up and running. And in nightly execution, we can kick off the pom.xml from GitHub. Okay, to Jenkins. We'll see all these details in upcoming videos. Okay, and once our all execution is done, the HTML reports is generated via test-ng framework, and the same thing is available under the test-output emailable report.html. Okay, so this is the basic prerequisite and setup is required. Okay, so once everything is ready, okay, so here we can see our project structure looks like. Here you can see under source main Java config file, config package is there, library package there, listener is also there, then page object model. Okay, here we can add the number of page object model. Okay, like inside that one we have elements, different elements we can add it, and the corresponding methods we will call it. Then test data. Okay, it may be in XLS format or XML format. Okay, utilities. So if you have common utilities, we can add it. If we have project specific or model specific utilities, we can add it under here. And under source test Java, okay, here we can see test module, and we have different modules are there. Okay, we can add it different modules here, and we'll give all the test methods. Okay, we'll add under source test Java. Okay, so all our test cases and the corresponding test scripts are available under source test Java. Okay, and we also keeping the logs under separate folders and the screenshot, like while executing the test cases. Okay, if our scripts are failing, okay, we'll take the screenshot, okay, and we are storing under screenshot folder. Okay, and this is the pom.xml. Okay, so here, like as we discussed, the all the latest log4j, then test data, then test ng, WebDriver, Selenium dependency, everything will keep under pom.xml. Okay, so if everything is ready, then we are good to start the framework. Okay, and I will also quickly show you, like once you install the Java, okay, just simply come on command prompt and just give the Java -version. Okay, here you can see Java version 17 is installed. Okay, and the same way, like if Maven is installed, you need to navigate to till once you extract the Maven, just give the Maven -version. Okay, here you can see the Maven, latest Maven 3.8.8, it's installed correctly. Okay, then we are good to start the framework. Okay, if in case you have any questions, query, please let me know. Thank you.